Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach. I'm going to try to get done with two issues for Spackle. The first one is adding a deconstruct method to range. Hopefully these two, I'm going to curse it. Hopefully these two will not take long at all. Okay. So the first one is what I just said. We'll put it right here. Public void deconstruct out t, thank you, start end, and that's it. Deconstructs the current. Why are we doing that? Like, can we just say greater than here and less than there? Yes, we can. It's amazing. Let's do t that, and then anywhere where we're doing that, let's change it to greater than that. I must have at some point thought that you needed to do that, but you apparently don't. So, okay. The start of the range and the end of the range. That's it. Let's do a test. And again, we don't care what kind of types these are. We just want to deconstruct it. So, sure, right here. Let's test public static void deconstruct, which looks really weird. We're going to say, sure, let's just grab that one. I'm going to say var start and is equal to range. Assert multiple. What did I just type? That assert that start is equal to 3, and then assert that the end is equal to 6. Run that. Good. I'm going to do the merge because I actually created a branch. I'm going to do the merge and then we'll do the other one. Okay, that all got merged in. We're now going to add a shift method to range, and this will literally just add to the start and the end the shift value. We don't care what it is. Okay. So we'll say here. Now, I just realized something. We're going to have to do a public range of t shift because we are immutable. We're read only. So I need to say t delta. Okay. And what this will do is create a new range where we say this dot start plus delta and this dot end plus delta. And that's it. Shifts creates a new with the start and end values shifted by the value provided in param name delta. The value to shift the start and end values with a new shifted range. Sounds good to me. Let's run the tests on that. Test public static void shift. Again, we don't care. Let's do a double this time. If our range is equal to new, not random, a double, we'll say something like that. And var shifted range is going to be equal to range.shift by 28.32. Assert multiple. Assert that shifted range dot start is equal to 2.2, which is obviously wrong. But we're doing this on purpose because we want to get the values from the fail test. I mean, I could do the math, not in my head, maybe in my head, but I want to do it here. Ah, that's right. Yeah. JavaScript. The good old JavaScript. All we're doing is adding, right? Yeah. Why was it so... Okay, maybe I will do this. Calculator. 28.32. Of course, this is the joy of floating point numbers because they may not all be exactly what you think. 28 point. What's a decimal? Is a decimal a floating point? I think it is. Let's see if we get any little 0.0002 at the end. Because we just, yeah, we are. We expected 55575099998, but we got this. And of course, this window goes absolutely bonkers. Whoever designed this window, oh my God, should be talked to. It's so unhelpful to try to copy and paste stuff out of it. It goes just so nuts. Okay, good enough. That's all we need. And I think we're done. Really short episode. The one thing I want to leave on though is this one I'm probably not going to do. This method for all ranges of an int array. But my intent was here is to say, if you have 1, 3, 7, 2, a contiguous like values that have like 1, 2, and 3 in there would actually be represented by 1, 4. But that's only for the binary, the integral numbers. And I don't want to get too far down the road of doing different things based on what the T is. Doing it with partition maybe feel a little squirrely as it is. So what I'm considering doing, I mean, I guess I could add a range type where there's a floating range and a integral range, and then you have create methods for whatever. And then it would be true one or the other. All the other methods would actually be on the base type that's abstract, but on the subtypes, I might actually, okay, now that I've talked about that, that might be what I do. What I'm getting at though is that this may go away. Consider using generic math interfaces. We've already done that. I'll just probably close that. I'll probably just close this and say we're not going to do this because it doesn't make sense anymore for doubles or floating points. We've done this. Oh, yeah, I didn't shut that, did I? Because I'm going to, because I'm still there. Okay. But this one with the big integer formatting, that's the last one. I think I put in here a way to do this. And so this is saying if I wanted to print out a two-string with a big integer, if you have thousands of digits, well, how could you possibly do a two-string on that? That would be ridiculous. It would be too much to show. So I thought maybe I could do something like this. And the chars before dots and the chars after dots, I would do something, well, maybe I have a custom big integer two-string extension method that said number of ending characters or number of ending digits. So if you put in 7, it would do 7 there. If you did 3, it would just do 3. What would really be nice is if in here, I would tell you somehow how many digits are actually in there. Like, do you have 50 million? And then I put that there. So this is one I really want to think hard about to say what's the right way to format this and to get the value, the best value out of doing something like this. So Yeah, throw an exception, no. But I want to have something, because this came up when I was trying to use big integers, and I'm like, what is the value? And you don't want to show the whole thing. And so having a toString way to do it, again, you have to have a toString as an extension method because you can't inherit from big integer. But in any event, that's the idea that I have. So that may be the last thing, other than maybe trying to think through what the idea I just had about having a base abstract range type. And then you have a way to say that I want to, like I say, floating point, floating range, floating number range or whatever of double or half, because half is a 1 as well, dot create, and that's where you pass in your start and end. And then the partition works. Yeah, the more I'm talking about this, this might be the way to do it. So I think I'm going to explore that idea a little bit more. Last thing I wanted to check here is if I come back here and I say like var d is equal to 10 decimal, d is equal to 10.2. It's telling me that that's like, yeah, that's fine. But then what does decimal derive from? Well, that ain't helpful at all. That's not what I was expecting. To the source. Decimal. Struct decimal. That looks better. Yeah, it's a floating point. That's what I thought it would be. Okay, cool. All right. We're going to leave it here because I wanted to make this video short, and I'm already at like, well, recording time of 14 minutes, probably with editing a little bit less. So we're going to stop here. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.